You're live. Hey everybody, Boomstein here. Welcome to the channel. Well, it's July 1st. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Grandkids were over today for a little bit. Hot. Let's see. What temperature is it here? It's hot everywhere, right? It's hot everywhere. But let's see. Here we go. Let's get this up. 95. Well, can't see. Let's hold it there. 95 in Williamstown. Woo! Severe weather, extreme heat warning. These conditions are expected to last until 8 o'clock, Saturday, July 4th. Okie dokie. So there you have it. Hot one. Hitman, what's up? How you doing, Mike? Hitman 23. You doing all right? Hot down there in Florida, I bet, too. Probably just as hot as it is here in New Jersey, no doubt. No doubt. You guys are no exception to the heat. And I can't say, but it's a dry heat down there in Florida. Because you're not. You get the same brutal humidity, if not worse, than what we get. I mean, I'm 40 miles from the shore, from Atlantic City. So it's still a humidity, it's a humid heat. When I lived in Vegas, it could be 110 and feel like it is today. It's only 95 here. But yeah, it's a dry heat like Arizona. Well, it's hot, but it's a dry heat. It's still hot. And you still sweat and you still have to stay hydrated. But man, the older you get, the harder it is to stay outside. Busy packing. Yeah. Busy packing. Yep. How far away you said you're moving? I forget. Didn't you say when you won video how far away you're moving from where you currently live? Here, you know what? If you're not busy and if you want to join, I'm going to throw up the link. How's that, Mike? If you want to come in and join, you're welcome to, right? I know you just said you're busy packing up, but people are welcome to join. I don't care. Yeah, staying hydrated is the key. 2 miles away. That's not bad. It means you're going to get the same heat. You're going to escape it anywhere in Florida. You're not going to really escape it. East Coast, West Coast, doesn't matter. North Florida, South Florida is probably relatively the same. Oh, you're going around in the panhandle? You're still close to the water. You still get that damp air coming off of the ocean that mixes with the heat. Not to mention you get, probably get rain. I know when I was in Guam, we got rain like once a day at least. Sometimes heavy, but it seemed like we get rain once a day. I think Florida's pretty much similar to that. You might get a shower to obviously, hurricanes and shit like that. But while we hang out, while we're chit-chatting here, let's start showing what I found. So I'm constantly going through. Right now, it's basically a bunch of 800 count boxes until I get into my storage unit again. So this box, it doesn't say anything on it. Okay, never mind. It doesn't say anything. Sometimes it says what they are on it. Sometimes it says what's not on it, not in it. But these are, I think they're Fleer. Yeah, Fleer, because they're all insert cards. So let me switch the camera. Let me switch into cameras. There you go, 360 link. Much better. I'm going to get you out the way. So this is like an 800 count box of Fleer, but I think it's like all inserts. And I went through and I sleeved up like almost everything. I didn't sleeve up these. This is even an insert set. 96 Fleer prospects. Karen Garcia, Alex Ochoa, the criminal, Rivera, Snowpack, and Shannon Stewart, and Yamil Benitez, whatever. But then we get into some like real inserts, like what is these rookie sensations? I don't know what they are, but it's a 10 card set, right? I'm not going to yell out all their names unless it's a big name, like Nomo. God, I'm off the screen. Hold on. Hold the phone. I'm going to have to move this box a little bit so I can stay on the screen. There we go. The criminal. Yeah, he is. He stole Jeter's stuff, right? And he was selling it. I don't care if you're Mariano's cousin or something. There's Edmonds. One night they Nomo. Still off the screen. Jesus Christ. There's Manny. Two Mannies. And then another insert set. 10 card set of like, I guess, Smoking Heat it's called. Smoking Heat. Yeah, you sure did. You're right about that. Big Ray. Not much going on, Big Ray. How are you? Hope all is well. Staying healthy. All that good stuff, right? Oopsie. That's with the camera. So, Smoking Heat. Apier. Roger Clemens. Now, I'm trying not to get dizzy, but there's a ton of these Roger Clemens here. David Cohn. Randy Johnson. I think there's a nice stack of Randy Johnsons here, too. Maddox, Greg, my nemesis Pedro. There's some more Nomo, Smoltz, Todd Stottlemyre, Mel's kid. Okay, insert sets were so much more creative back then? Probably. Then another insert set, and these are Golden Memories from 96 Fleer again. Albert Bell. Don't call me Joey. We're going to have a problem. Maddox. Bonds. Maddox. Wait. Did I say Maddox twice? Maddox, I did. And Bonds interrupted the Maddox run. Maddox is card 3. There we go. What was Bonds? Card 2. Okay. So Bell is 1. So Maddox interrupted the Bonds. 1 Bonds. Maddox. Edgar. Put these back in the box. So everything stays in somewhat of order. All right. We still got more Edgar Martinez. The not my nemesis Martinez. McGuire. Eddie Murray. Cal. Frank Thomas. Trammell. Or Trammell. Does it feel like there's 2 cards there? It's thick. There it is. It might be stuck together. Might be a brick here. There's two of them. There might be some brick. No, just some sticking. Yeah, so there's the one trimmer. I gotta get threw your back out about an hour ago. So laying flat in bed with pain pills and muscle relax. Yep. Perfect timing for the 4th this weekend. The family coming over, just awesome timing. Well, we're not getting any younger. We, Mike and I had that conversation just a little bit ago about you're getting older, and you gotta everything in moderation nowadays. If you haven't been doing that sooner in life, well, you're gonna have to learn to do it. And I'm the same way. All right, now I'm going to sleeve up this one. Sorry about the delay. There, that one's sleeved up. And the last of the Trammels, which is card 10 of that 10 card set. So Fleur's good at putting out like these little 10 card sets. Now here's a big hack and stack. And this one, banging the camera around. Gonna see the chiropractor for the first time tomorrow. Someone said I need an adjustment. Not sure if she meant attitude or physical. You're probably gonna get both, because she's probably gonna tell you to not be overexerting yourself. So here's Tom Glavine. This is a 5-card set. So I'm just gonna look. There's a whole stack of Glavines. And you see by the way just everything, all the images look the same there. The color change, so there's the last Glavine. 20 or 30 there. The next one is Junior. And it says 5 home runs in 5 games. And the stack of juniors. So there's all the juniors. Again, 20 or 30 there. $32. So, like I said earlier, my grandkids came over today because my grandson had a doctor's appointment. So we watched my two granddaughters. And as they were leaving, I was seeing them off into their mom's car. The middle one, the youngest granddaughter, the middle one, we got into a conversation and she says, well, how old are you? First, we got talking about her dad said I had to do something because tomorrow's a benefit or a fundraiser for my oldest granddaughter. Her cheer team, they won a competition last year, and that qualified them this year to go to what they call the Nationals, which is in Indianapolis, Indiana, second week in July. So it's coming up. And part of that is we're selling some of the 3D printed items that I'm printing. And let's see if I can do this. Share screen. Share screen. And I don't know if it's still going to come out or not. I'm trying to share this one. This is... I don't know if it's going to get it. Cloud. It might come out. Yeah, we'll try this one. We'll say, well, let's do this one. No. No. We'll go here. We'll click it. We'll say this one. and then I will say retry to reconnect. So Jackify just posted something. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. I'm printing up something right now, and it's a pattern or blueprint, whatever you call them. It's a print. It's a blueprint to make a shark. And so on the screen here, if you can see my cursor moving around, these things are have to all be removed. They're supports that support overhangs. So if there's anything that's overhanging, it's got to be supported. You can't just build a bridge in midair. You know what I mean? You got to start from one side, and you got to have your pilings and pylons along the way to help support the structure. So anyway, that's that. Let's stop sharing. Hopefully you guys were able to see that. Let's get back to my StreamYard. So hopefully you were able to see that. Awesome Nationals here in my city. We are coming. Well, I'm not coming. I'm not going to be there, Big Ray. I have to babysit the 2 youngest grandkids for like 4 days. So to leave it on a Friday and, driving there, and Saturday, Sunday, I'm not sure what day her competition is. Usually it's just one day. And then they're coming back. So I will have the kids for at least 3 days, 2 of them. So that's what's going on there. However, in August, we are going on vacation. All of us again, my wife, myself, my son, my grandkids, and my daughter-in-law, along with her grandmother and her father and her nephew, all of us, and some of my son's friends. My son rented a Airbnb, like a big house that, seats like 20 people, you know what I mean? That's like bed sleeping for 20. So we're going to go down. We got this place and spend a week in Tennessee. So that's coming up, but that's for Tennessee, not Indianapolis. But my son's going out there in 2 weeks to do that. But tomorrow is the fundraiser where I've made up a whole bunch of 3D printed items, and people can donate to the fundraiser. And depending on what they donate, they'll get to pick that, like a 3D print. As say, we can't say we're selling it, but if you want to donate $5, you can pick a $5 3D print if you want it, or a $1 prints, whatever you want. You know what I mean? My son's giving away a candy vending machine, like a bubblegum machine that he 3D printed. That's a $35 item. Plus the candy that goes on top, that's another 16. So, they're putting in some money that ends up being a donation from them. And I'm donating all this, probably close to $300 worth of 3D printed stuff. If it all sells, good. It all goes to the team. Back to cards though. So here's the Bulldog, right? Oral Hershiser, not Earl. Oral, and again, you see there's like 30 of those, and it's 5-card set. There's so many of these here. Next one up is, looks like Randy Johnson. Yep, Randy Johnson. What's he say? Game-winning efforts, whatever that means. Postseason glory, game-winning efforts. Randy Johnson. And there it is. And the backs are just generic backs. Card 4 of the 5-card set. So you have 2 Mariners. Who was the first one? Brave, Glavine, Jr., Hershiser, Johnson, and the last one, the 5th card in this set, is another Cleveland Indian, Jim Thome. And there's the back of the Thome. Young Jim Thome at that. And again, there's 20 or so, 20 or 25 there of that one. Donald Blumdahl. Holy moly. Donald. You on your phone, or you got a PC finally? Well, there's the link. I share it again. Anyone wants to join in, you're welcome to. I'm just going through right now this one box here. On your phone? Okay, well, you can still join in, Donald. Use your phone. Here's another insert set, Road Warriors. This is a 10-card set, 1 of 10. So Derek Bell is the first one in this set, followed by Tony Gwynn, followed by McGuire, followed by Piazza. Whoops. Followed by Manny, who's followed by Salmon, not Trout, Salmon, who's followed by Frank Thomas, who's followed by Maurice Vaughn, only 2 Mo's, who followed by Matt the Bat Williams, and that's it. So that's that 10-card set. I didn't count to see if all 10 were there, but that's that insert set. But wait, we're not done. We got more inserts that I found. These are all in one box, guys. I just sleeved up half of them. The other half was like a sleeve card, a non-sleeve, sleeve, non-sleeve. Some of them were stuck, had to be thrown out because they had paper loss. So here's some Lumber Company cards. Here's Albert Bell. And there's the back of these. This is a 12-card set. 1 of 12. So we got Joey Bell, followed by Bichette, followed by Junior, only 1 Junior, followed by Piazza, and then a couple Mannies, some Salmon, not Trout. Sosa makes an appearance. Frank Thomas, Mo Vaughn, Matt the Bat Williams again. So not a whole lot of them there, but there's still some. So yeah, Donald, hope everyone is doing well up in y'all neck of the woods, family-wise, all that good stuff. Let's see. So another set is Team Leader cards. Nice shiny foil. So we got Bichette, we've got Carter, we've got Gary Gaetti, and that's it. It's a 28-card set, and I've got the fewest cards of the 28. Only 3 different ones. Then comes Rookie Sensations. Rookie Sensations, Cuvio Veras. I don't think there's anybody here.
Hey,
What?
not Paul. He's at the Phillies game.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
He said the fanny pack though. He's probably gonna have to throw it away because he can't bring it in. Yeah. He says you can either put it in the locker or throw it away, but you don't trust it in the locker either.
Right.
So he probably says he's gonna end up just throwing it away. It sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. You can bring bags in, but they have to be totally clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now he knows. We got Hideo Nomo here. Got a couple Nomos. That's probably the biggest name. Sean Green's a decent name. Johnny Damon turned out to be pretty good. There's Garrett Anderson, rest in peace. He just passed away, right? Rest in peace, Mr. Anderson. So that was a 15-card set, and there's what the backs look like. Doing better, got bitten by a dog. What? Wow. Dang. Hopefully that dog was up to date on its shots, Donald. Here's something, zone. I don't know what. All it says is zone on there. So I have no idea. It's a 12-card set. 1 of 12. And that's Albert Bell, Kenny Lofton, and move on. 3 of those. Then we've got, these are the special insert cards, but some of these have paper loss on. I didn't go through these and pull them out, pull out the ones with paper loss yet. They're just here. Yeah, it was very painful, no doubt. Here's checklists with Junior, Chippa, Piazza, delivery, your pizza, Manny, Piao, Frank Thomas, Mo Vaughn, Matt the Bat, and these are probably just some base cards. I don't know why they're here. Different year too. I think these are different year. No, it says 96. So they're just these. I think this may be just like base cards. Don't know, but they were in the box. So I was excited to find a bunch of those inserts. So that was that box. Only an 800 count box, less than 800 cards in the box. But cool stuff anyway. Cool show. And then, what's that box that I just had? Hold on. Let me check this one out. So this box, being all dirty and dusty, it says 91 leaf on it, right? And see that number 4? That means it came out of those boxes behind me, the mailbox slots. So that tells me that's where this says it came from. So the mailbox ones did not come. Did they come from the Trenton lot? I don't think so. Maybe. I can't remember now. I gotta look. If their price tags are on the back, then they're definitely the Trenton lot. But these guys are all sleeved up, nice and purdy. Some of them look thicker than normal cards. So let's see. Well, these are not the 91 leaves in here. These are emotions. Might be the whole set here. Yeah. And it's like every other card is sleeved almost. And the cards are definitely thicker than your average size cards. And they're all little ticky-tacky sticking to the penny sleeves themselves. This might be the whole set. 191? Probably not. Might go to 200 with the ones getting back here. Let's see. 193. 195. Then it goes to 200. But there's the Wizard of Oz. And that's 183. Okay. This did come from the Trenton lot. 5 of 96. $1. So these are definitely Trenton lot. Caminetti. Caminetti. Who's this guy? Finley, right? Yeah. Steve Finley. Hamilton. Joey Hamilton. Sanders. And Do you still have any more of those baseball books? Yeah, Donald, I think I have a couple left. I think I do. I know I have one. Did I ever send you that real super duper big one that had the pages that looked like that were the same fabric as like old newspapers? I got a box upstairs. I got to look into it. But I do have some. I have some magazines too, but not a whole bunch of books left. But yeah, I know I have some couple books left. So I will look into it for show. So here's the checklist. No. This only goes to 162. So it's a checklists are broken down by teams, looks like. Not. Yeah. 199. So it's a 200 card set, probably. I'll just stop at 199. It will go to 200. So, but yeah. Very nice. And since I had not gone through this, it's a mess. I'd rather go through it and sort everything out prior to just, struggling with it like I am right now. Comes back. This might be almost the whole set. If it's a whole set or very close within a couple of cards to the whole set, I will put it aside and try to complete it. Been doing a lot of reading. The ones you sent me before are almost done. Okay, no problem, Donald. I think I have a couple left. They're not doing me any good anyway. Usually, buy someone's collection, you got to take everything that's with it. So, this would say next. Yeah. And when I see boxes like this, I don't believe so. Just curious if they are taking up space. That would be great. Yeah, Donald. Yeah. If I get any baseball books, you're welcome to have them. So this says it's a mix. It's got a whole bunch of different stuff in it, right? And it has a big cell mixed with an arrow. It's got a really neat thing on the side here. Topps, Donruss, Fleer, score, price, and the year. Like really cool box. Same thing on the other end, except nothing's filled in. Let's open her up and let's see what's in here. Oh, I see 89. 89 right off the bat. 89 Topps. Not the best. Not what I was hoping for, but let's start on the other end. What do we got here? Some newer stuff. What's this? Topps 205. Okay. Arm through here. Topps 205. Chase. Rich Aurelia. Yep. Sexton, Richie Sexton. Oh, I just had some of these. And I sleeved them up. And they're in the box. 1984 Topps, my favorite. Cool. Yeah, if it was 84s, probably not going to find 84s in there. Rico Petrocelli. Rest in peace, David Johnson. Orlando Cepeda. Salvador Bando. Larry Doby. Lefty Grove. Billy Williams. Julio Cruz Sr. now. Herb Score. What is the score, Herb? Luke Appling. What the hell is his name? Country. That was his nickname. Country. Just Country. Plain old, simple Country. Todd Dunn. Andre King. Ryan Hancock. Greg Adams. Here's fan favorites. Topps all-time fan favorites of Lance Parrish. I have a lot of those cards. Here's some of those little league leader cards. eBaying, yeah. Yes, Donald. I actually had. I don't get a lot of sales, you know that, but I had one guy bought 3 cards, and as I pulled them today, one of them was had a crease in it, and I didn't have that in the description. So I messaged him to make sure that he still wanted it. I sent him photos of it because in the photos on eBay, even I looked and I couldn't see them. So I didn't want to send him a card that he was not going to be happy with. He has not gotten back with me yet. So when he does, then I'll get the cards out. Raggedy. Get the spring favor. Here's the checklist. Gayetti, Blyleven, Hayes, Samuel, Tony Gwynn, Kuko, Dale Murphy, Lee Arthur Smith. It's like so when they pulled them, they left the things right there, I think, when they pulled them. Rob Deere in the headlights, nice. Higuera, Jack Morris, Trammell. Now you see me pulling out Phillies cards. What I'm doing is I'm setting up several boxes of Philadelphia team athletes, like the Sixers, the Flyers, the Phillies, you know, the Eagles. And I still want to set up at shows this year, but I want to have a box of like 10-cent Philadelphia athlete, you know, Phillies team athletes. Fernando Valenzuela, Tim Rock Raines, Eric Davis, Glenn Davis, Ricky Henderson. And that's it for those little ones. The little ones, the children. How much for the children? The little ones. All right, what's next in this box that's marked? Oh, there's some, which is 94, 95, 93, so it's 94 Bowman. And there's some Stadium Club, Wade Boggs, Mike Lieberthal, debut card. And that guy is. That's the first day publication. Nice. That's like an eBay card right there. Sell it. Sell it. I pick out stuff too that I want to put in my store too while I'm going through these things. Remember to look for your partial blacklist. I don't have that. Mickey Weston doesn't have 3 heads. What the heck? I feel ripped off right there. There's your propaganda piece. Here. One there. More propaganda. Propaganda. Ozzie Smith. Berlin. Boomer Wells. There's Darryl Murphy. Molitor. Herzog. Cal. Jim Rice. And Steve Baloney Balboni. Same with me. Hit and miss here and there. Yep, I hear you. Yeah. You just keep listing. I still sell listing from 4 years ago, and I listed them crazy. Yeah, the problem is like I don't know about you, but I don't go back and update prices. So, you know, I have a $1.69 card in there, and everything else went up, but I didn't go in and change the prices to accommodate for, you know, shipping and, you know, the cost of mailing the card plus the cost of envelopes went up, cost of penny sleeves went up. So I didn't up the card to like $1.99 or anything like that. It's still in there at $1.69. Hopefully they'll bundle and buy a big stack of cards, but who knows. I've also been listing on on TCDB, trading card database. So let's see. So let's go here. Let's see if I can share this one. Uyakasha, I'm signed in. Let's go to collection. There we go. Now let's go back. Oops, don't want to do that. There's a StreamYard. So I'm going to go share screen again. There it is. Share screen. Share. There we go. And we'll say share. So this is my trading card database. Right now. And as you can see down here, this is everything I got listed. So I got a total of 162,411 cards listed so far. 158,000 of which is baseball. And then unopened material, I got 36 boxes of unopened material, 3 boxes of football or baseball unopened. Football unopened is 3, and total of 39. Now I don't know if that's packs. I think this is boxes because I got way more than 36 unopened packs. But anyway, and that's that. So, keep popping the camera. Back to StreamYard. Stop sharing. There we go. We're back here. The chiropractor's office just called. Gonna squeeze me in at 10 in the morning, hoping it is all it's cracked up to be. See what I did there. Yeah. Well, you know, they're gonna give you a little routine. I'm sure they're gonna torque you and tweak you and adjust you. That's what they're talking about. It just might need a simple adjustment and you'll be done. I'm also working on this set here. Got a bunch of them. I don't know if I'm only missing a few, but I don't know if I keep finding the cards that I need or not. 53 tops. Oh, there's a nice money one there. Satchel Paige. Very nice. Very nice. All right. These up without damaging them. And there we go. Okay. And then we got a nice Steve Finley. So this is a bunch of hodgepodge sets. Chu Freeman. Ronnie Gant. Pookie Reese. Travis Lee, AJ Hinch, Jose Guillen, Mo Vaughn, Gary Anderson, Kerry Woods Gold Cup card, Mo Vaughn again, Cordova. Oh, this is the parallels with the gold foil stamping. Nice. These 2 sets are the 2 sets I'm going to try to put together. Charlie Huff, oldest man in baseball. Started in '72 and went to all froze over, apparently. All right, let's see. More in here. I think I can hear your printer in the background, or my earbuds have some interference. No, that squeaking is my wife and dog are playing with some of his squeaky toys, and when you squeeze it, it makes a little squeak. I think that's what it is. The printer's really not that loud. So we got some 84 tops here. Very nice. Cards all look nice and crisp, 4 sharp corners, just the way you like them. Propaganda piece. Alan Trammell. Propaganda piece. There's Maddox. There's 82 tops, which is this 80 tops times 2. Any strawberries? Is that strawberries? Any strawberries? Not yet. I didn't see any strawberries. We're talking about Darryl Strawberry. Dan Wilson. Eric Karros. Piazza's boyfriend. Allegedly. Daddy there. Garrett Anderson again. There's a Andrew Jones. Looks like Javi's pinching one out on the way to first base. Some opening day. Katse, Gold Cup. And the rest of these are 89s with the propaganda pieces still in there. I'm not going to bore you with the 89s. And the 80. Oh, any strawberries? Not in that stack, no. Unfortunately, it was just a small stack. And then these 89s I'm not going to bore you with. Just box them up. But I'll go through them off camera, you know. Let's see what else we got. Two here. Missing some. Clear. 2000. Oh, now these cards have always had some kind of nice inserts in them. So this is a 2000 Bowman. I guess that's what the box says, and that's my handwriting. This one says it's supposed to be 79 tops in here. Again, this came from those mailbox over there from the Trenton lot. So, peeky. It's Bowman in here. So. We'll take a look. Probably nothing really exciting in here, but I could be wrong. There's Vladdy Daddy right off the bat. So I could be wrong. I was thinking maybe it's all going to be like minor leaguers. You know, Bowman is. But there's some Vladdy Daddy. Not the best image. Not the most flattering. That's card number 1. Chippa. Even up. Chippa. Come on, get in there. Yes. Chipper. Chipper is card number 2. Todd Walker is card 3. That's correct. Larkin is card 4. Wow, we got 4 for 4. We're batting 1,000. Sports cards and things. What's going on? Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Again, Big Ray, is Ichiro in 2000 or 2001? It depends. He's in the 2000 tops. But that may be the only set that he's in, so I'm not an Ichiro expert. TV baseball card collector. How's it going? 2001, you believe? Yes. Everyone saying their highs. Yes, Donald Blumdahl is out of hibernation. He has been going on Facebook and posting his scriptures and stuff, reading from scriptures. There's a Bernie Williams. These images are not the best. They're all like literally like grainy and just very poor quality as far as I'm concerned. But we're up to 5. Helton is 6. Jermaine Dye is 7. So we're 7 for 7. Ryan Giles is card number 8. Freddie Garcia is 9. Agon is missing card 10. So chances are we don't have a set now. We're missing card 10. Ronnie Belliard is over at we're missing card 12. Grieve is 14. Carlos Delgado is 15. So we're missing 2 cards already. In the first 15, we're missing 2. Brian Jordan is 16. Taddy Daddy is 17. Ryan Rupp is 18. Miguel Tejada is 19. Is Mark Grace 20? Yep. 20 cards in. We're missing 2. These are foil cards. Lofton is 21. Eric Karros, it should be 22, hopefully. Karros is 22. Cliff Floyd is 23. John Hamala, whatever. Hamalala. Halama is 24. Christian Guzman is 25. Shout out to Donald Blumdahl, who collects players with the name Christian in the name somewhere. 2000 is his rookie year for Ichiro. There, Donald knows that. Halama. Yeah, that guy. Scott Williams is 26, so we're still on track for only missing 2. Mike Lieberthal is 27, but still missing 2. I mean, 28, yeah, 27, 28, 29. My nemesis is going to be number 30. Yep. Lou Schmaltzy is 31. Ray Durham's 32. So we might only be missing a few cards, but still. Some guy named Allen's 33. Tony Clark is 34. Tino Martinez is 35. Yeah. And some of these have paper loss on the back too. So, let's see that. It's snowing right there. Paper loss on the backs. More snowing. This is a 2000 Bowman. So is there an Ichiro? I don't know. Good question. Is there a checklist other than TCDB? Hamana. Yeah, there you go. Just says 2000 Bowman. When I type it in, it gives me a different Bowman. So 99 though on the back, so it's 2000 Bowman. I'm just looking up on TCDB to see if there's but it's giving me a different 2000 Bowman image. Oh, yeah, not it. It's a different Bowman Chrome. Nope. Well, no. It has Vladdy Daddy as card number 1, but it's not the right one. Bowman's Best, not really. No. No. Yeah. I don't know. Anyhow, I can look it up by player name too. But that's all right. Card number 1. Vladdy Daddy, yeah. I was going to bring up a whole slew of cards. Same year as Pujols, yes. Is it an insert set? No, I don't know what it is because it's a whole, it's at least 440 card set. And looking at this, there's not 440, so it's not going to be a full one. It just says 2000 Bowman right there, and that's it. Sean Sonnier. With my whistle. Yeah, Bobby Bonilla Day. So looking there, Cheetah. Garcia Parra, Pascal, Castillo, Bonds, Biggio, Anvil, Kepler, Pettit, Erstadt. There could be an Ichiro on this. You know what? That's when you go to your eBay and type in 2000 Ichiro. 2000 Bowman Ichiro. Does not show him in one of these cards. So I'm going to just say, no. Nope. Not showing. Let's go 99. He wouldn't be in 99 though. Nope. Search 2000 Bowman. No, it's not coming up. It's all right. It is what it is. Not that big of a deal. Back to studio. All right. So we're back to the Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. So Mr. Airtime messaged me today, and told me about our LCS having a couple, like several boxes of vintage baseball. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Our buddy Chuck told me about it, but I didn't go up. Tony Gwynn, I didn't go check it out. I'm not in a buying mode. A lot of people aren't in buying modes right now. Waiting on the economy to kind of go back a little bit to where it was, and being, Donald knows, being retired. So now you're more on a budget than you ever were before. You don't have that extra disposable income every so often when you get caught up on everything else. So for me, it's just sell off what I don't want or don't need or don't care about, and maybe focus on my vintage stuff. I'm just looking, see if there's any. Sammy Sosa's. Junior. Wire. 2008, the economy might make a comeback. Not holding my breath, though. I purge. 2008 was a big year for the economy, taking a little bit of a dump, but it's bounced back. I'm sure this one's going to bounce back as well. This is America, the greatest nation on the planet Earth. And we usually do kind of bounce back. Here's all like newbies. Quincy Foster. Sounds like a true detective story, guy. Quincy, what were you doing on the night of July 1st, 2026? Don't look over there. Look at me when you're talking to me. He's not going to have answers for you. Alfonso Soriano. Mo Bruce. There's CC Sabathia. So with me printing out a lot of these 3D prints, I haven't had time to focus on my Rick Ankiel, my card box dividers that are like images of athletes. I wanted to try to print out some and just turn them into like dividers, but I haven't been getting the results that I wanted. I stopped for a while. And of course, other things come up. Joe Man's in the house. How you doing, Joe? Thanks for stopping by. We're what, an hour and 6 minutes in, hour and a half, 5.5 minutes in. And Gary Matthews Jr., Ben Broussard, Jack Cust, Donnell Denson, Jerry Hairston Jr., my man Joe. Of course, I'm still debating, doing whatnot and stuff like that, but we'll see. I got to get more organized, even though I have tons of cards. Sung Woo Kim, Korean. There's Pat the Bat Burrell. Pat Burrell, you're a Phillies fan. Carlos Zambrano. Sean DePaul, never heard of him. Ryan Miner. Randy Wolf. Overbay. Tim Raines Jr. Jared Sandberg. Almost fooled me there. I think it was going to be Ryan Sandberg, but I started selling my extras. There you go. Yeah. Might as well, right? Yeah, the old adage. You can't take them with you when you go, so. Octavio Dotel, he passed away in that earthquake, right? Died in some building collapse on top of him. Jeff Haverlow, Mike Lamb, Brett Myers, Eric Valiant, Mr. Valiant. It was that Looney Tunes, was that the cartoon? Patty cake, patty cake, patty cake. You get the picture. Here's another one. Ryan Christensen, shout out to Donald. Gay Christensen. Jason Repko. I work with a guy whose last name was Repko. Keith Repko. That's it. So I didn't, quick glance, I did not see anything Ichiro in there. So chances are there's no Ichiro. Both my parents passed away, and we were stuck with 2 houses of things. Ah, that's terrible. Okay. I enjoy the best cards. Core PC. Yeah, you know what? I got too much going on here. I really do. So. I mean, this is nothing. You guys look around this cluttered garage. Is nothing compared to the storage unit. I gotta go through and pick apart and do stuff with. It's hot as blazes, man. This is a good one. This is classic. How many times you see this on Facebook Marketplace? Old cards not sorted. Here we go. That's not my handwriting though. I don't have a red Sharpie. I'm dealing with just a black Sharpie. So let's see. There's nothing on the end cap ends of this. Well, these are your old cards, of course. There you go. Vintage year 1989. All right, Big Ray. Yeah, rest that back. Get ready to go get your back adjusted tomorrow at the chiropractor. So, what's this box? It's a hodgepodge of stuff, right? Oh, hodgepodge of stuff. Nothing good gonna come out of this one. Hope I pull 50s. Yeah, I hope I pull $50 bills out of here. But no, it's 89. Hidden behind the propaganda piece. Nothing great. Nothing great. Up there. Give me that. Give me that. Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, but okay. In the 89 Dunruss section, yeah, but I'm willing to bet that you're not going to find him in here. If it does, it's one of those ones. It's going to be one of those ones that have been run through the bicycle spokes. Wally Joyner, biggest name so far. Wally Joyner. It's a 90, right? Or is this 91? 91 tops. Like Thomas No Name? I doubt that. Cecil Fielder, that was a big name. Oh, we got Rags though. What was it? 93 tops. Yep. Got Tino El Junco. I've been selling my boxes fairly quickly. My dupes. Yeah. So, what do you get for them on the average? Like it just doesn't matter, right? It's just your dupes, right? So, no big names. More like TTM cannon fodder for TTMs and stuff. TTM fuel, I guess they call it. So I got a lot of TTM fuel. A lot of TTM fuel. Lots of TTM fuel. That's for sure. No bueno is right. Oh, look, 2 runs. Topps winning pitch game. Win a trip for 4 to the 86 All-Star Game. Grand Prize Sweepstakes. Instant winner prizes. 2,000 Wilson Fielder's gloves. 150,000 home run books. Bonus offer. Major League Baseball painter's cap. Collect 30 runs and claim a painter's cap with your favorite team's insignia on it. Plus, automatically be entered in the grand prize sweepstakes mail-in game cards plus $2 For each painter's cap ordered, see offer winning pitch game cards for bonus entry void in Ohio, not Canada. So there's 2, 4, 6, 9, 12 runs there. I needed 30, so I didn't get an entry there. There's no entry. Some 88 tops here. Lou Piniella. No. Maybe a 93 Jeter hiding in those boxes. Yeah, doubt it. 5,000 cards, Hall of Fame rookies, and fuel. So you just load them up with everything, and what are you getting for the box? $60 a box for a 5,000 count box? Okay. I went to go send me one. What's that, Donald? I just sort my, clearing out space for my core PC. Yeah. Major stars and semi-stars. See, I'd pull out like fan favorites. I call them not semi-stars. I'll call them fan favorites and Hall of Famers and any like inserts or anything like that. Like I stumbled across this one today, which is like a first print run, right? First issue is when they got Stamp Club got cheap and they didn't put the nice, reflective piece on there. Or I went through some boxes off screen and pulled this guy here out, right? It's a Jeremy Hill Chrome card, but it's a refractor, right? I don't know. It came in this thing. Dude had a $25 price tag on it. It is numbered to 50, right? But who's the guy? I don't know. Or this one here, certified autographs of this Justin Reed, right? Refractor. Oh, you want to get the redemption? Yeah, I hear you. Top cards. Stay with me. Okay. But this is Justin Reed, right? Guy had a $200 price tag on this at one time. I guess when it first came out. Here's one that's a non-refractor, right? Same dude, non-refractor. $20. Or this guy here. These are all in one box. Chris Snelling. Nice signature. Right? $40 price tag on it. This came from the Trenton lot because I see those tags on there. October 2nd or October of 2002. The guy died in 2009. Here's another one. Same kid. $40. Same date. This guy, Nate Fields. Nice signature, right? $15. Or this guy, Brian Wolf. Kind of squiggly down there, but there it is. $15. Cole Barthel, whatever, Barthel. $20. Never heard of these guys yet. He's asking pretty much money for them. Too many zeros on the price tag? Yeah, exactly. How many Frank Viola 1990s do you need? I don't need more than one, Or this one here. Cole Barthel, same dude, right? $20. Same dude again. $20. Now, this guy probably bought a case, and look, he pulled 3 out of them, 3 of the same guy. He pulled 1 of him, 2 of this dude, 1 of this guy, and then there's the case hit, maybe a refractor, and 1 of these, numbered to 50s. But that's not all. they also had these in here. One from every brand. There you go. Yeah, that's okay. How about this? Rene Reyes. Nice, cool, shiny stuff. Benito Baez. Josh Phelps. I heard of him. Brandon Phillips. No. Raymond Cabrera. Henry Picardo. These are numbered, by the way, to 250. Each one of these with this pixelated design is numbered to 250. Nick Neugenbauer, Jason Lane, Eric Bruntlett, Juan Gonzalez, but not the Juan Gon. It's another Juan Gon. Right, numbered to 250. Richard Lane. Then we got, those are like minor leaguers or up and coming stars. These are major leaguers. Jeff Jenkins. These are still numbered to 250. Jean-Pierre, JP, Marcus Giles, Preston Wilson, Brad Penny. Look, Marlins, Braves. JP is a Colorado Rocky there. Brewers. And then you got minor leaguers. Then we got this Ryan Berkovich. It's a chrome refractor. That one's numbered to 50, but why didn't the guy put it in one of these with this guy? I don't know, but there it is. Then we've got these American League teams. I don't know. Here's another one. John Ford Griffin, numbered to 250. The Yankee, Mitch Jones, Willie Ibar, Brian Millette, Justin Huber. This is just a refractor, not a fancy, design. That's even different than the other ones, but it's still numbered to 250. This one is numbered to 500. Gary Cates Jr. probably 500. Nate Espy, Jeff Van Verplansky, whatever, or Jimmy Alvarez ×2. How close were these together? Number 75 and number 73 of 500 and number 75 of 500. Same case. Joe Rogers, 500. Victor Alvarez, Mark Hamlin. There's two more, right? How close are they to each other? 40. What's it? 38 and 44 of 500. Brett K. There's two more. Let's check them out. 294 and 297 of 500. James Shanks, Angel Pagan, Daywan Brazelton, Brandon Berger ×2, 111 and 114. So all these came out, I would assume, the same case. Travis Hafner, heard of him. Javier Vasquez, heard of him, ×2. These are 500. 89. These are way apart. 89 and 316. So go figure. Damon Easley, Mark Quinn, Ryan Dempster, dumpster diver, David Segui, and Javi Lopez. This is just some stuff that I pulled out off stream, off camera, just going through stuff. And that's kind of the stuff that I'll pull out. I'll throw in my store. I don't know if it'll sell or not. If it doesn't, no skin off my nose. All right, let's see. I will keep my autos for just because they are signed. See, unless it's someone that I want, I don't care. Phillips had 2,000 MLB hits. There you go. Didn't know that. Maybe it's an error, Juan Gon. It could be. I keep my shiny cards for my youngest daughter. Okay, well, that's cool. Kids like the shiny, that's for sure. Did we go through this little stack here? Let's go through. I don't think we did. Tim Wallach. Here's an update card. So the updates I'll put together and see if I can put the sets, because I put the update cards in the binder with the set. So that one will go over there with the keepers. But if it's all wrinkled up, it goes in the trash. Like this one, you see creases. It's ever so slightly right there, and on that edge. Booyakasha going. Phillies card. And the Phillies card. And the Phillies box that I'm getting together, this one's got creases in it, are going to be like 10-cent cards just to get rid of them. This guy got creases on the thing there. Creases there. I guess that's one of my pet peeves, is a crease card. I don't want a creased card in my set. Complete. Yeah. I got one in here. I got one in here. That one's probably out in the front room, but I have one in here. In there, right here, right here. There's one hanging, and then one's hanging. Let's see, back to the chat. It says, I have several rules. 1, 300 home runs, 2,000 hits, 300 saves. One RBI, 200 wins. I keep one of each and mass rookies. It says, if I find 3 TTM fuel but need 3 to send, if not, ditch it. Okay. 5-year rule. If they make it, I keep it. If not, I purge. There you go. Purge is on. Keep the 86s. And that's one of the mail-in buy set cards. 1,000 RBIs. Okay. There's Jim Abbott. Phillies. God bless you, babe. Phillies. God bless. If not, boom, you're swimming in. Yeah, I'm swimming in cards now. I've got myself all boxed in here. So now I'm just holding off and trying to get rid of them. Sell off what I can. Dave Stewart in the photographer's pit. Very nice. Palmero. Careful, flashing may cause seizures. Saberhagen, that's a Royals checklist card. Rags, Rigetti. Billy Ripken. Dewey Evans. Inky. Bover. Gary Templeton and Mike Scioscia. Troy's cards. CU baseball. What up? Hey, Troy. Again, there's the link, guys. If anyone wants to jump on and share some cards, conversation, tell stories, whatever. I don't care. It's all good, my friends. All right, so now I had a thing of score that I was looking at the box, and I needed a couple cards to complete it. And I don't know what to do. Dang it. 88 score right here. I have some 88 score in this box, and it says complete 88 score, but and not my handwriting, but it's not complete. When I went through it, it was not complete. It is missing like literally like 5 cards from a complete set, minus any of the little trivia things. So I did go through it, and it's missing those cards right there. So when I come across them, hopefully 413, 254, and 407. Nope. 0 of all the teens and 100s. Got everything else from that on the back. So, no go. Again, so been watching some, a lot of YouTube channels, and this one guy who buys collections and then flips them, completes the sets and sells them off as sets on Facebook Marketplace, and he's got a pretty successful business there. So I'm still at work waiting for a truck to show up. There's Marquise Grissom. Creases. All that. Don't. Ashby, former Philly. Charlie Hayes. There's Jim Abbott. Jay Baller, what a baller. Parallels, I'll keep on hold on to parallels and maybe one day put that set together. There's another Abbott. So we're getting a lot of Abbotts in this box. And Pat Combs, your hair. And then what I'll do is, once I sort through these, I take the cards and I'll put them in these 3-row boxes up here and indicate that they've been kind of sorted through and, finito benito. Okay. FTF freight. So I also will check for errors and variations. So on this 90 Dunrust, the backs of these will have an error card sometimes. It'll say major league, like all-time major league performances instead of all-star game performances. It should say all-star. If there's anything else, it's an error. Marshall. We'll start getting performances. Corpse got creases. And some people like the 88 Donruss design. I don't like it. Priest. Ron Oster. Glenn Hubbard without the snake around his neck. Okay, the 89 Donruss. Let's see if the Griffin Jr.'s in here. The scab card. This is a scab. Don't tell Donald I said that, though. Donald's still here. He might be upset that I called Junior scab. Rags. Darrell Evans. Fit into that box. I've been throwing so many of these boxes in the trash because I'm consolidating them. I'm pulling them out. It's not a set that I think I can complete, and it's going in. It's going in the 3-row boxes to be offered some other way, bulk sale, something like that, and maybe a yard sale. Just say, come and get them. 3-row boxes, like $5 a box or something like that, and get rid of them because it's all like TTM fuel. It's all commons. Not gonna be many Hall of Famers in there. Not now. There might be some future Hall of Famers in there, but not right now. Dewey Evans. Camaro. Drake's card, I'll take that, put it in my store. But these won't. Hostess, got too many of them. Best guess how much you have? $1 million. 4.5 million. 4.5 million. Joiner. Total. Let's see. Here. No, yeah. Go to YouTube. I just got buzzed by a fly. Go to my channel. Let's go to, where's the video? Videos. No, hold on. Latest. Why is it showing that? Oh, because no, it wasn't a live stream. But whatever. Where's it at? Hold on, I'm looking for my it's after my weekly sales video, so I don't get it while some of my videos aren't showing up here. What's going on? 9 months ago. No. 8 months ago. 8 months ago. 7, 6, 5. Pickups weekend. Pickups. No. Let's see what's going on. Playlists. Baseball card mail call. View the full playlist. 7 years ago on July 5th, 2018 was my first sports card video. Let's do this. Oops, go here. Go here. Let's go. So probably had 1 million or more before my purges. Yeah, I need to purge like crazy. Let's do this. Let's share my screen again. Start sharing. Okay, share this one. All right, this is my sports card video playlist on my YouTube channel, right? So there's 7 years ago on July 5th, 2018 was the first one I did. I've done videos before that. I've been doing gaming videos way before this. But I want to look for now, so let's go. I don't want to go oldest. Let's go newest, right? It added newest. Okay, midweek stream showing what I found my sorting, opening the vault. So this is the one 1 month ago. It's 6 minutes and 28 seconds long. Ready? Let's see if it'll share. I don't know if it'll share. I'll have to reshare the screen. So let's just hit the play button. Let's see what happens.
Visa's advanced AI checks over 500 data points on transactions to help prevent fraud.
Gotta watch
What happened to online purchases?
On my own channel. So there's the intro video. All right, we'll stop it there. Let's go back to my StreamYards. Okay, so you guys see exactly what I'm seeing. Okay, good. Good. Now let's continue playing this. Hey guys, Boomslang here. It is May 5th, 2026, and we are unsealing the vault. So here we go. Oops. All right. There she is. That's a 10 by 10 storage unit. Don't know if any water got in or what. Some boxes look like not in the best of shape down there. We'll have to see about them. But we're going to have to start pulling stuff out of storage. So here we go. Let's do this. Yeah, is it not playing through for you? It should have opened up and show you. I opened up the front of it. Yeah, I threw all the cards in there too. Yeah, so there is over 850 5,000 count boxes in there, not counting the 3,200 count boxes that are in there. So now I did a time lapse on this so that y'all can not to sit painfully through me boxing up. I only pulled out 50 boxes. I pulled out 50 boxes on this video. You guys saw the thing. Can I speed this up a little? I'm just fast forwarding through all this. Save you guys the trouble.
7.
So there it is. Now I'm
All
home.
right, guys, it's the next morning.
And you
'cause
see
I
the
got
reflection,
home and
you see my
started running. I
garage.
didn't want to unpack the car. So here we go. Better look
Here's the
at
car.
what we
I think I brought
grabbed for the
50 boxes,
50 boxes.
3,200 count boxes, maybe 5,000 pounds.
There's my makeshift ladder, the chair.
I forgot to take a ladder with me and the chair that was before. I'd use it as a ladder to be able to lift it up. 10 by 10. I don't know how tall it was. Might have been 10 feet tall.
And that's
Filled.
everything.
I filled it from back to front, side to side,
Get it
top to
unpacked,
bottom.
squeeze it in here.
And that's my
somewhere.
garage with
Let's
like
try to
a million
set.
cards in there too.
Phone here.
So
So I bumped the record button, putting the phone in a box. here to
that's
prop.
it. And then I just time lapse everything to stock them into the garage. I've since gone through all of those, and they've been now moved to. We'll stop that. Come back here. We'll stop sharing. There we go. Stop sharing. Booyakasha. All right, so we're back. So those were now turned into 3-row boxes and some 4 and 5-row boxes of keepers. But the 3-row boxes are turned into like the ones I don't need, like I don't want. They're really just fodder. So I'm gonna just tip this if I can, and y'all can see some. I've shown this before, but like literally now stacked to the ceiling all the way down. These are all boxes full of purge stuff. Let's use your terminology. Stuff that needs to be purged. It needs to go. It needs to go bye-bye. So pretty full. They're 3,200 count boxes. Let's just narrow it down to say 3,000 cards per box, right? We'll narrow it down. We won't even add. We'll skip 200 on each. But literally, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 80, 84, 88, 92 in the one stack, the big double stacker right here in front of me. So there's 92, just say 3,000 count boxes right there. And then I'm working on this stack over here now. And all of those are 3,200 count boxes full of TTM fuel, whatever. And this isn't even the half of it. I mean, we sold the storage unit, but I got an upstairs room. My youngest son, he got married and moved out, and got to cover this now and do it all over again. Make it focus on the ground, hopefully. Nope. Focus on the cards. Come on, not anywhere else. Let's go. Block you off. Adjust you, maybe. Sorry about the camera movement, guys. There we go. But, yeah. So people will buy on Facebook Market. Yeah. Yep. Within a day. Yeah, I'm sure I can. And I should. I just got to find, and it's a terrible excuse, find time that I'm not busy, because there's a lot of days I'm not busy. I'm 100% retired. I am, getting back to my granddaughter, she asked me, the last conversation we had was, when we had the discussion about, she was trying to understand that her dad is my son. Her dad is my wife's son. And she's 8 years old. So she's trying to come to grips to the whole, how family dynamics works. Because she sees him as an older person, not as her little brother. Like, no, doesn't work that way. Like my brother is my dad's son, so how can my dad be your son? You know, she's 8 years old trying to figure that out. But one thing she did say to me she says, "How old are you?" And I went like this. You know, the kids do this stuff, right? And they knew right away. They're like 67, and their mom saw that. My daughter-in-law saw it. She goes, "What? You're 67?" She was shocked that yeah. Well, I said August 27th, I'll be 67 years old. And so they were all shocked at my actual age. And I'll admit it, I don't look my age. I get it. But that's old. 67. I mean, that's getting up there in age. I mean, all right. Jokingly, I tell my family, especially my 2 sons, I don't have any daughters. I only have the 2 boys, that I changed their diapers coming into the world, and they're going to change mine on the way out. I plan to live to be 100, I tell them. Yeah, there's a lot of old hipsters out there, right? I'm like, yeah, I was born in 1959, and they had to let that sink in and try to figure out how long ago that was, because you're talking a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Now, the 6-year-old in the back, he didn't give a rat's patoot about anything. He was just like sitting in his chair and just getting ready to go home. But the 2 girls were like a little shocked because they spend more time with me, and we have conversations, and we talk, and we play, and you know, they wanted me to come over to the house to go swimming today. And I'm like, maybe I'll come over, maybe I won't. But I knew I had to get cards done too. There you go. The rarest card ever on eBay. Alex Madrid, 89 Donruss. Check it out. Pretty valuable card. Used to be anyway, about 10 years ago, when it was a money laundering scheme. So yeah, 67. And but it's time, you know, like I don't know, yes, I did. Not the late 60s, no. I was born in 59. So, you know, by 60 I was still a wee lad. But 71, have my brothers, all my brothers are older than me. Even I have an identical twin brother, and he's like 10 minutes older than me, 5 minutes. I think he's 10 minutes older than me. And yeah, we would go out when we were little kids, and we would earn money shoveling snow, or I had a job cutting a friend of my dad's grass at his house. So I would cut, and it wasn't easy. It was one of those mowers you push that had them spinny blades in it. I mean, that's the kind of lawnmower we used. So I had to cut his grass, and it would pay me, you know, I don't know, a couple bucks, I guess. And that's money. I would earn money to buy cards. That was in 72. In 71, and prior to that, like, and Bruce Springsteen sings a song about it, where he would go to the newspaper stand to buy, you know, newspapers for his dad. I did the exact same thing. I was going every Sunday morning. I would get up, and my dad would have me run to the newspaper stand and pick up the New York Daily News. I think it is the New York Sunday paper. It has all the sports stuff in it, and the morning call, Allentown Morning Call. So I bought 2 newspapers, and the change was mine. And that changed because the newspaper stand was actually a store. So I would buy, you know, airplane models and car models and build them and put them together. But once I found cards, then everything was buying cards off of the counter right there when you go to checkout. And my older brothers turned me on to cards. And over time, I ended up actually buying all their cards. Have I kept a few? Oh yeah, I got a lot. I've got a lot. So you want to talk 19? So remember, 71, I started buying cards with my brothers. And I still have a bunch of them. Plus, I ended up buying their collections off of them years later, which they only had a couple thousand cards by then. I was still into it. And 72 was when I was earning my own money. I was able to afford more, and I was buying 72. And I was buying the football, the baseball, the basketball, and the hockey, all 4 sports. I was buying them all. And I was in New York, even though I lived in Pennsylvania, right, just above Allentown, a little town called Bangor, Pennsylvania. I was a New York fan. My dad, his uncle had a house, a beach house out in Barnegat, New Jersey. And a lot of the Yankees players from back in the day would go down to hang out down at his uncle's house. And he would take them fishing or whatever they wanted to do. He would just hang out with a lot of the Yankee players. My dad became a Yankee fan too. And he named me after Mickey Mantle. My identical twin brother, who was born 10 minutes before me, he was going to name him Ted after Ted Williams. And my mom stepped in and she said, no, you only get to name one. And by now we were both born, but we didn't have names yet. My mom said to my dad, you get to name one and I'm naming one. And my mom chose my brother just by eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I guess. I don't know how never asked her how they chose who picked what. But my one brother was 10 minutes older than me. And she named him David. And my dad wanted to name him Ted. So he got to name me Mickey after Mickey Mantle. And so I was forced from birth, really, to be a Yankee fan. And I've always been a Yankee fan. And I picked up Mantle cards in the mid to late 70s. I was buying Mantle cards at flea markets for like no more than $10 a card. I was getting them like really cheap. I don't have a whole bunch of them, but when I saw them, I was able to snatch them up quick. And that's what I did. So I have like 12 Mantle cards. Now, the most I've ever paid for a playing era Mantle card was like $150. And that's the 1969 yellow, last name in yellow Mantle. It was $150 at a flea market. And that was a few years ago. But yeah, so if you want to talk about old cards, hey, hobbyists, how's it going? I have over 7,000 1973 Topps baseball cards alone. Thousands of 1972 Topps. Probably 80%, 75 to 80% were ones that I had bought. Now, the 73, it might be a 50-50 mix because I have bought collections over the years too. I have videos out there. If you want to go to my YouTube channel, you'll see videos of people's collections that I bought over the years. That's not like, no, what's going on here? Okay, go here. There we go. Oh man, it is roasting outside today. And most of them are keepers. And I love telling stories, and I've told this story on my channel before, but since you're asking, you probably never heard these stories. When I was younger, my aunt and her boyfriend asked me to babysit their daughter, right? So I was a teenager, I don't know, 12 maybe, I don't know, 13 maybe, if that, you know what I mean, like a preteen. But back then, people trusted you could watch their kids. So I babysat my cousin, and they went out and they celebrated whatever they were celebrating. When they came home, they would usually pay me money. It would be like $12 or $13, right? But they'd be out for hours. My mom and dad were cool with it. We lived in the same apartment buildings. So one time they came home, and instead of giving me money, they gave me a shoebox full of baseball cards. And I was happy, sure. Now, little did I know, like really who Nolan Ryan was, let alone the importance of his rookie card. And there was two of them in that box that I remember, and I still have them today. And I probably have every card that was in that box today. But those are the two that stick out when I go back and I look in my mind at what was in that. 2 of them were Nolan Ryan rookie cards. There were other ones, and there might have been Mantl's in there. But for some reason, those Nolan Ryans stick out in my brain as being like the cards. Like, and I didn't know who he was at the time, so, But later on, because I remember like those cards are in there, I remember that's how I got those 2. Because there's no way I remember ever picking up a Nolan Ryan rookie card any other way. Like I can tell you how cards that I pick up. I bought a thank you. I bought a collection off a guy a couple years back now. And again, this is all on my YouTube. I've posted a lot of this on my YouTube channel. That I bought this guy's collection. It was Facebook Marketplace, and the guy, I contacted him. I called him from my work, and I said, "Hey, I'd like to come down and look at the cards." And he goes, "Well, I got someone coming out tonight." I said, crap, someone already beat me to it, And he said, yeah. I said, well, listen, do me a favor. If for some reason the sale doesn't happen, can you call me and let me know? So the next day I'm at work and it's getting close to quitting time. It's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I hadn't heard back from the guy. And so the posting was still up. So I called the guy and he said, yeah, the deal didn't happen, whatever. I'm like, great. I'd like to come up. I'm like, give me an hour to get there because I'm coming from work. I worked over in Philly, South Philly, actually down past the airport. So I had to go all the way up into northeast Philly. I forget the name of the town. But I had to drive up 95 and then shoot off somewhere and to get to his town. I found his house and I looked at the cards and, he was only asking $500 for them. I'm looking around and I'm like, all right, well, I'm like, what's the lowest you'll take for this? I mean, let's be reasonable here. How much, what's your lowest offer that you will entertain? And those are bad approaches, by the way. You should throw out a number first and let him counter you. But back then I didn't know. I just threw out, I asked him to make him comfortable. And he said, his response to me was, he didn't give me a number. He says, if I don't get $500, I'll put them in storage, right? Because all I took out of there was, I took the basketball cards. I like basketball. I don't care about anything else that's in there. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I gave him the $500. I said, no problem. I had one shot at it and I took it. And I know it's true because the deal the guy before didn't buy them because maybe he offered him like same thing, like, oh, I'll give you $400 for it or $300 for it or something. And the guys, he was set on that $500. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Well, I filled up the bed of my truck and I have a 2020 Chevy Silverado and it's got the 6-foot bed. It's got the shorter bed, not the 8-foot bed. I filled it up to the top of the bed, right? I filled up, it was one of the king caps. I filled up the back seat and I filled up the driver's seat with boxes and boxes and boxes of cards, picture frames, everything you can imagine. When you buy collections, and I would do the same thing. You buy my collection, you're taking it all. I don't want to be stuck with anything. You're taking everything. If I got, an autographed picture, it's part of the collection. You take it. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take everything, mugs and stuff like that, or anything, pictures, binders, everything. So this collection had everything. And the beauty of it all was him and his son brought it all out to my car. All I do is just stack it in the bed of the truck. So I uploaded it and it took me a couple days to go through it all, and I went through it. And one box had four 93 Upper Deck SP Derek Jeter rookie cards in it. And I found another single one later on that had 5 Derek Jeter Upper Deck SP 93 SP rookie cards. It was 2 or 3 Mariano Rivera Bowman rookie cards in there, like 2 complete sets and maybe a loose one. And it had the Stadium Club dome with the Jeter in too. So, I mean, I made out like a bandit on that. And to think the guy before me passed on it because he didn't want to pay the $500. I did a video. I think I did do a live just showing what I had found. A lot of stuff I do off screen, but once I found it, then I'm like, I went live, and I think I found the 5th one while live, but I found 4 off screen. And I joked with my wife. I said, babe, I think I had like 3 of them when they first came out. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I had 3 of them. I got some somewhere. Oh, you saw it? Okay. Well, there you go. And I still joke to this day about my wife selling the 3 that I already had, which maybe I never had them, but usually you think when you see something, like, my mind's not the best, but I pretty much have a photographic memory, and a lot of guys probably do when they're dealing with cards. They have to think back, do I have that card? Yes, I have that card. And once you see the pictures, okay, I got that. I like, if you don't have a list, but you see a card, this Tino, oh, I've never seen that card before. John Jabs would call it the Mandela effect, right? Oh, I don't have that card. Oh, there you go. I need it. So I go buy it. I'm not so good at card shows because I'm like, it doesn't look familiar. I should pick it up. And sometimes you get that double. You saw it. Yeah. So that was probably my best lot. Now, the Trenton lot was huge. It was like, I was thinking like 1 million cards. It was like 2 million cards, over 2 million cards. I had a U-Haul truck filled with cards. It took us 4 hours to load the U-Haul. There was 3 of us loading the truck, and my one son was inside, and there's a video of that too, loading it up. And then I got the U-Haul back home. I had to drive back from Trenton. I live in Williamstown, New Jersey, so it's an hour or so north maybe. That lot, the guy wanted $5,000 for it. It was his brother's. I'm sorry. It was his brother's lot, and his brother passed away in 2009. So when you hear me reference the cards with the price tags on the back, as part of the Trenton lot, because that's the date and the year that the guy put the price tag on these cards. So that's pretty much how I know the Trenton lot, because that guy was a dealer. He did do shows, and I bought all his remaining that was left. I don't know what they had sold off prior to that. You know what I'm saying? But it was on Facebook Market. The bus buy. Well, it was a U-Haul truck, yes. The bus buy. No, the bus buy is a guy named Art, right? And Art told me a story about where he knew of people that were crackheads that wanted money, and they knew where there were like a house full of cards and several like school buses in the yard that were just filled with cards, and they wanted him to like give him money, so to buy cards off of him. But they never, like, he was like, no, I want to go see it and all this stuff like that. Well, I think the bus was not far from Art's house, because I would drive by a house and it had some school buses in the yard, but it had fences all around it, like privacy fences, but old privacy fences, like metal ones, old tin ones, like you put on tin roofs. These were old tin ones, and the trees were growing up all around the buses. Like, they had been there a long time. Like, the buses weren't even drivable anymore. Well, one time I went past going down to Art's house to pick up cards off of my buddy Art, and the fences were all torn down, and all the buses, you can see the drag marks where they're all dragged out of there. And he told me that, yeah, that collection does not exist anymore. So I think it was just like a mile from his house, But yeah, so he never got, because I'm like, dude, I want to go with you when you go see this. I want to go see it. I just want to take pictures. You can buy whatever you want to buy. I just want to photograph this stuff for my YouTube channel. That's what I want to do. But he never got to that stage with these crackheads, because he said they're crackheads. And but they did have access, whether they were stealing them or whatnot, I don't know. But then I saw that they were probably a mile from his house, and The buses were all dragged out. The fences were just knocked down, drag marks from the buses. Like someone decided it's time just to get rid of that stuff. And they did. Purged it, let's say. What happened to the cards, I don't know to this day. No idea. So that's the bus ones. The Trenton one is just a U-Haul truck. The guy wanted $5,000. I think I offered him $3,500 for it. And he took it. So, and a lot of junk wax stuff in there, but a lot of stuff like, you know, some kind of 2000s stuff, you know, stuff like this was in there. Autographs, numbered cards, stuff like that. By the way, my buddy Art ended up closing his eBay store, and I bought everything off of him for like $2,400. He closed out his store and sold me everything. And then like a month ago calls me back and wants to know if I have any cards from the 2000s that I want to sell him. I'm like, Art, I got so many cards. I couldn't even begin to tell you where they're cards from the 2000s because I take them. I take this stack right here, right, that we just went through, this stack here. I take it, and I hate to do this to the camera again, but I jam it into those boxes that you just saw, all the 3-row boxes. There's one right there on the end. See it all dirty, stained up, and that's where I stick them. I just jam them into there. It's not gonna stay there, but I jam them into there. So I walk away from the camera, but I'm still talking to you guys, and I just jam it into there. And eventually I'll get 3 of them there, and I tie them in like bricks because I learned from before. Jay's Mix, Alex jinxed me a little bit and said something about a like an earthquake. Don't have an earthquake because you'll have an avalanche of card boxes, and I did have a small one. No earthquake, but the boxes did fall over because I didn't tie them in. So I've learned to tie them in like brick and mortar, except no mortar. Donald back. Let's see, or maybe Donald. I'm gonna head out. Okay, Donald, and then the church. Yep, after dinner. Donald, you gotta work on getting your PC back up, so we can get back to doing our Thursday stuff. Right? I miss it, and I'm sure everyone else misses it. All your followers. All right. Close that out. There we go. But I appreciate you, Donald, stopping by. Yeah, I'm gonna put. And then these, the like the keeper cards, they'll go in another 4 or 5-row box to be sorted at a later date. Right now, they're just sorted out between like fan favorites and Hall of Famers, we're gonna call it, and insert cards. And then they'll be sorted down from there into individual player boxes. And I have a bunch of them upstairs. Thousands of like a 3,200 count box of just Frank Thomas cards or Barry Bonds cards or whatever. You know, I put them in individual boxes by player name. So a lot of sorting and then sorting again. I'm a one-man show here. All right, Donald, sounds good to me too, brother. And I do a lot of stuff off screen, but I don't spend every hour of every day doing cards. I spend time just watching TV, watching a movie, or I would like to watch YouTube, other people's YouTube videos. So I'll binge YouTube videos because there's a lot of people out there that we haven't even discovered yet. You know, like I'll watch someone's thing and that I've never seen before, but they're talking about baseball cards, and then they rattle off a whole list of other people. I'm like, holy cow, I never knew these guys were around there. You know, so new subscribing all the time to other people's channels and binge watching them, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff that you're supposed to do to make the algorithm stick, right, Donald? That's what Donald says. Like, subscribe, comment, and watch a couple videos to make it the algorithm stick, so they will constantly get you more input from their shows when they put them up with their videos. A one-man show. I'd rather be on someone's channel and talking about baseball cards because everyone likes the stories. Like there's a lot of stories, and I've been doing this since 1971 But really 1972 is when I really got into it and I really was all in. 71, I do have thousands of cards from 71, but I have tens of thousands of 72s on, So, but I haven't bought a collection in a while now, a collection video, because I'm too busy trying to whittle down what I got. My wife will kill me. She's been such an angel to this point, putting up with me and all my baseball card shenanigans. I did give her a $40,000 kitchen makeover, but still, she's been putting up with this. Like, this is the only room with cards in. Storage unit cost me $300 a month. I have cards in my son's extra bedroom upstairs. There's probably 500,000 or more cards up there. There's probably 1 million cards here, and I still got the storage unit just filled, minus the 50 cards I took out 2 months ago now. So, and that $300 a month I'm spending on storage could be spent on cards. So, one of my goals was a couple years ago, like two years ago, was to put every top set together from like 52 on. Well, realizing a lot of us will never be able to afford a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle, and I just want to do Topps. So, and then I went through and looked at all the other Mantle cards, and I wouldn't buy one that's not graded nowadays. And it would have to be a PSA 4 or better. Well, that was tens of thousands of dollars just for the ones that I still needed. Like, I had the 69, 268s, a 66, 67, 65, a lot of his 60s cards. But the 50s, like 60, 61, 62, I don't have. But I got, like 63 maybe on, right? I think I got 11 playing day cards. That counts all-star cards and stuff like that. 12 total Mantle cards. So there's there's no way I can either, Troy. So I kind of gave up on that. It's disappointing. It's disappointing for sure. But it is what it is. I'm just gonna focus on what I can. Now I have complete top sets from 76 forward, 76 up to 2025, and 73. Now I know I have complete sets of the other years from the 70s, but I haven't gone through and found them all yet. That's the problem. They're in boxes somewhere. Yeah, me and my boxes, right? And that's a problem. It is literally, it's a problem. But I really enjoy when I find a box. Mr. Spiker, what are you doing? Goodbye. That's got plastics in. When you find a box that's got hard plastics in. By the way, Troy, I've been putting away these heritage cards. I've been pulling them out as I find them, so I don't know which ones you need or not. But as I find heritage, some of them are like minor league cards, I guess, too. I don't know. But I don't care about the heritage. I went Topps base sets. That's about it. I don't really care too much. I have boxes. No, yeah, I've got a couple boxes where I've been putting them off to the side, but I don't know, because someone never sent me a list of what they really needed. So I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. But anyway, I have probably a couple thousand upstairs. A lot with the 68 design, And when you see a lot, but then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them are this guy, and then the next is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of this joker, and then one. So you'll get spurts where you have a big handful, and then you get singles out the wazoo. And I don't know if you want Bowman Heritage or not, but I've grabbed everything. And when I see something that has Heritage on it, I don't know what's up with that one. That's there. I guess that's just a blinder. Put the team behind you. They're not wearing their pants. They're just in shorts or boxers or something. I don't know. But if I see something that has Heritage, I've been just pulling them out, setting them off to the side. So I got a couple thousand of them sitting upstairs. But going back to finding things in boxes with hard plastics and plastics on, it's because you get this stuff here. And when someone buys something off of my eBay store and they only buy like a $1.69 card and it's free shipping, well, they used to get one of these, like a urine stain top loader, because I'm not going to put a brand new top loader on a $1.69 card. It makes no sense. So these urine stains end up going. Get out. You can make sunglasses out of these. They end up going to the single card buyer that only pays for $1.69 with free shipping. Like they don't even get more than one card, and I have a lot of that. A lot of that goes on. First time buyers, and they never come back. They want that $1.69 card, and that's it. And I understand it, but shop around. There may be something else that you like. You never know until you know. But yeah. Stickers. Look at this one. Speedy Gonzalez. Yankees. Those damn Yankees. Expos. Stickers. I got thousands of stickers too from Fleer, not just Upper Deck. Thousands and thousands. Tens of thousands. Fleer stickers too. That once I get organized, I'll be sending them out with people who buy off my eBay store. They buy a Tiger, I'll throw a sticker in there with Detroit Tigers on something just to offload them. It doesn't cost anything extra in shipping because you pay by the weight. Get these Phillies cards out of here so I can put them in the Phillies box. It's the only one I sort by team is like Phillies sports teams. I started that late in the game. There's 100 boxes here that I didn't go through and pull out the Phillies players. All right, let's see what we got here. That's that. That's that. I created my 68 birth year, and I did a 69 and 70. And as I've told you, I'm working on 73. Yeah, I got 7,000 1973 Topps cards. It's 1970. Okay. See, I don't even follow that. A lot of the 400. I'm sure none of those are card number 400s. This is a 417, but it's definitely not a short print because I got like 10 of them. So there's no way that's a short print. And yeah, it's Top Heritage. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, so I've decided I'm going to try to do my birth year Topps forward. Like you, it will be the 1959 68 Borders. I finished that one. Okay. 2019 is a 70, and the only one I'm short is a lot of the 400 SPs. Yeah, I think I saw that on one of your videos. Let's see. I shared my TCDB. I have fewer cards than I thought. I thought it was over 200,000. I'm not. I'm like 160-some thousand cards listed. Nothing up for trade. Nothing up for sale. I just was doing it as kind of an inventory thing. But I got to be in the mood for that, But yeah, let's see. Another box. I mean, like I've been pulling them, like finding. Like these are 77 Topps, right? But for me, if it's got a crease, I don't like it. I don't like crease cards. Some people do. I don't like them. They don't belong in my collection. Like that's crease there. I know Mr. Airtime says, well, that's money. People will still buy them. Yeah, it's $1.69 card to me, but I don't want to mess with it. So I give him the Jeff Airtime, and he freaking sells them. And whenever he sells one, he makes sure to point it out to me that, oh, by the way, thanks for those cards. I saw them, like this one's got a crease right across here, You can see it on the thing. Rico Cardi, right? Creased right there too. This guy's creased there. He's got a crease there. Bill Lee's got creased right down through there. You can see it right there. This guy's all crunched up over here. Ron Say, look at that border. It's all peeled back like a dog-eared. You ever see a dog-eared border? Here it is. It's all just dog-eared over. It's worse than my boxer's ears. They're not cropped. Look at that. Creased all the way across. All the way across. These cards, I was throwing these in the trash. I've listed some, but they got to be older than this. They got to be older than that for me to list them on my eBay store. I just don't want to deal with them. They don't fit my collection, and that bugs me. Now, who is it? I'm trying to think of his name now. Hold on. I don't know if he was in here tonight or today or not. I don't think so. I'm scrolling back through the chat, see if he commented or not. I don't think so. By the way, again, I want to thank, Hitman 23 was the first one in here tonight that I saw. That wasn't lurking, let's put it that way. His name's on the tip of my tongue. And him, Troy. Lives in Japan. Help me out here. He does YouTube, and he asked me months ago about Japanese baseball players. So I've been pulling these out for him too, but I got to get a big lot because I got to go to Japan. So I just want to send one card at a time. I've been pulling out all these Japanese-born major leaguers. And I wanted to get to like 100 cards before I send him a 100-card lot. God is great. There you go. Mr. Airtime, you can just type in the chat too if you're going to be lurking. Nothing wrong with crease cards. Well, you saw what I had for you there, Mr. Airtime. Nothing wrong with crease cards. Yes, thanks, Jeff. God is great. So God is great. He and I had talked. We emailed back and forth. And, I know when I was doing stuff with Donald on Thursdays, he was on there and talking about Japanese baseball players. And I'm like, shit, I got a bunch of them in my store, but he doesn't like to buy off of eBay. Okay, all right, I get it. You don't want to buy off of eBay. Yeah, Ken. And so I've been just picking them out, and I've got almost 100 different cards. Some players have more than one card, obviously, but I've been picking them out and getting them ready. Once I get like 100, and I'm really close. I'm real close. And I picked out dupes too. So it's going to be over 100 cards, but I wanted 100 individual cards, right? So there are the singles, right? There's the ones that are the singles. And here's what I come up with dupes. So already I'm over 100, but I wanted 100 individual. And these are just a bunch of dupes that I grabbed. Like I have probably 200 Japanese baseball players and Korean baseball players in my eBay store. Only certain ones sell, obviously. I'm surprised when I get someone other than a Nomo or Hideki Arabu sell. I don't have listed any Hideki Matsui's. They're my Yankees, so he's in my Yankee type players. So yes, Ken is the guy, and he's been doing a lot of videos lately too. But I will go through and I will sort out like errors and variations. See how that black line goes through the J and Jack?
Are you done?
No, why? What's up?
I need a break from him.
All right, hold on.
Up and down with him. Outside.
Why? No. The wife's driving. The dog's driving the wife crazy, and the wife is driving me crazy now because she's watching a movie. She wants to watch it. Anyway, so I was talking about these variations. So the black line goes through the J and Jack Morris, right? You know about this one here. Wrong guy pictured. Some guy named George Stone or something like that. This is the variations on the Kevin Romine versus Kevin Romine, right? One's Kevin Romine, one isn't. Or this one here that just doesn't have the foil stamping at all on the front of the card, Sammy Sosa. This one here is missing foil stamping on the front of the card. Same. Oh yeah, they're the same number card. Romines. Same backs, just different person on the front. This one here is missing stamping on the front, right? This is just the wrong player altogether. That says Mike Bordick, but it's Scott Brosius. I know Scott Brosius because he played for the Yankees and he did really well and helped them win a World Series. So, not Mike Bordick. Mike Bordick has brown hair. Brosius has blonde hair. There's Bordick on the back. Brown hair. Blonde hair. All right. You all know about the reverse negative on the one gun. Or rarely seen, the scribble out. The black scribble. There's the black box. This one here, these are just recent finds. The reverse logo on the back. Right, the Cubs is in reverse. Just a sample card. Contenders. Crown Contenders, Lenny Dykstra. Or a sample card here of Sheffield. Here's, I think this is a sample too, I'm not sure. Bobby Henley. Yeah, sample, stamp all over the back. These are just Disney cards. Favorite stories. Another cool card. I don't know. It says Trump. Trump the Joker. A lot of memes on that one, I'm sure. Or this Todd Light, hot rookie Todd Light insert card, 2 of 10 card set. One of these flags. This is the Desert Storm. The flag, if you get it in the PSA 10, I don't know if it's this flag or a different flag. American flag is worth some bucks. And I found this one here. This is a case card. So you pull one of these and you send it in, and they'll send you a whole case of World League football from Wild Card. And I believe it. Does this one say it has no expiration? This card entitles the holder to a special surprise from the people at Wild Card. This card is redeemable for 1 case of 1992 Premier World Football League cards from Wild Card. There are only 100 possible case cards, and they represent the first 100 cases of 92 Premier World League football. There is no time limit for redeeming this card. This case card is for case number 91. To receive the case of cards, send this card to. I got to send that in. They're probably not even there anymore. I don't know. It'll probably just get lost. Like a lot of my stuff that I send out from eBay just gets lost in the mail. Or this is a 1941 World War II Germany Nazi coin. I can't see because it's all tarnished, but it might have the Nazi swastika on it somewhere. It looks like a 5 Pfennig. There's a 5 there. So I don't know. I can't see it. If I bust it out, I don't know what'll happen to the validity of the thing. I guess I could unstaple it and staple it back. Try to clean it up, because if it's World War II Nazi Germany, it says 1941. It should have a swastika on it somewhere for the Reichsmark. The Reichstag. But anyway, I think that came in a part of a collection too that was just kind of laying about in there. So, well, we still have 4 people. My wife didn't chase everyone away. Let's see what other boxes we got. You up again. What's that? It says, Person Fleer. No. Missing number 750. What you got to? '88 Topps baseball complete set. What's this name? Fleer, 1990 Fleer. Oh, sure. Yep. So, not. What's this one say? Rookies. And it is Top Stadium Club. What's this one say? 88 Topps baseball complete. 792 hours. This is 89s. It's not 89s. So this box is 1989 or 2001 Bowman Gold. And on this side it says 89 score, right? 89S. And when you open it up, it's got neither. It's got the action pack from like 93 action packed All-Star Gallery cards. I noticed because I've sold a lot of these from my store. And this might be a couple sets in here, maybe not. So got Yogi is card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Card 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Monty Irvin. That's 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is Country Ina Slaughter. Yep. 18, 19, 20 is Mel Parnell. Nope, 21. So we're missing one there. Missing card number 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 is Mark Fidrich. That's correct. 30 is, yep, Bob Horner. 35 is Bill Skowron, Moose. That gets you up to 35, missing one card. $38, so missing 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So we're missing 3 cards so far. 45, yep. 50, that's correct. Missing 3 cards so far out of 50. 55, yep. Chris Chambliss is 55. 60, that's correct. Tony Oliva. 65, Rocky Colavito. That's correct. Missing 3 cards so far. 68 is Al Oliver. 68. 970, Bobby Grich. Nope. So we're missing 69. And we start off, so we're missing 4 cards now. 71, 2, 3, 4, 75 is Davey Johnson. That's correct. 80 is Booger Powell. Yep. 82. 83. And then we start all over with 83. So we're missing like 4 cards, right? For this up to 83. I don't know how many cards are in series 1. There's 2 series. Black is series 1 and red is series 2. So we're missing like 5 cards there. So, and they were turned around. So nothing on this other side is turned around. So this might be like set and apart. Series 1 and apart. No, because these are dupes. Yeah. Bob Gibson's and Brooks and Jenkins, and so on. So you're missing, yeah, you got partial series 1 and dupes on here. So yeah, those are the 93 action-packed All-Star Gallery series 1. Like I said, I've sold a lot of these from my eBay store. Geez, Mikey's in the house. Those action packs are cool. I remember having some as a kid. You were a kid in 93? You're that young? You youngster, you. You youngin' you, Mikey. Thanks for stopping by, Mike. Let's see. Mikey G in the house. What else we got? This is 88 score. Yeah, looks like it's here's 86. So here's factory 86 set. It's already been opened up. And apparently I've looked at it because I got my little note here. And it says I am missing card 171, Bob Rogers, which is to be confused with like Chuck Cottier, and these like 51 and 57 are marked. 51 is marked 57, 57 is marked 57. So the Bobby Wine and the Bill Doran have the same card number. And these are somehow intertwined as well. The Chuck Cottier and the Bob Rogers. I just forget how it goes with them. Looks like I'm missing the Bob Rogers to complete that set. And that's a complete 1986 top set. But it has been hand collated in numerical order, because if you ever bought like an old school set back in the day, they come like stacks of 15 cards, and you can see them, but it's like trees in a lines in a tree, rings in a tree, how they kind of slice it out through here. But this is definitely hand collated. So if you buy the set that's wrapped and you open it up, and these weren't wrapped, by the way, they were just taped with tape. They didn't come factory wrapped. They would be just taped. That they've been messed with. But if they have look like you see like rings in a tree, then you know it's factory, still factory fresh. Kind of like, I showed this before. This is a factory sealed. It says 85 Topps baseball factory set. It is still sealed. You can see the stained, the faded glue, faded tape. This one is off here, but the other ones are still intact, which it happens over time. Someone had some really nice handwriting to write on there, because it came generic like this. You just had to know what you ordered. And someone put nice printing right there too. Topps 85. I don't know if that came from the factory like that. Someone used an actual thing to write that on there with. But here's a factory 1985 set. It was 10 years old in 93. Very nice. So you're about Derek Jeter's age almost. Tempted to open this, but then I lose the fact that I can say it's still factory sealed. But it certainly looks authentic to me, because I bought them back in the day, like 87s and stuff, which, by the way, that is how they shipped them back in the day. In plain brown wrappers. Kind of like your girly mags or your bottle of booze. I have some 87 somewhere, but they must have been buried underneath this stuff now. I did have some factory sealed 87s. But I don't anymore. Well, I do. And let's check this box out. So this is an 80. What's this? This is a 3,200 count box. 3,200 count box. I'll move this one off of here. But not many factory sealed sets like from the 80s still out there, at least being advertised anyway. I'm not advertising that for sale either. I'm just saying. Like, so here's a box, 3,200 count box. What's in here? Cat hair. Here's a hard plastics. Who is that? It's Alonzo Mourning. Basketball gold card. Very nice. Very nice. Let's put that back because I see more hard plastics over here. So the Mourning, if I can get it to turn, this was the Alonzo Mourning here. There's some hard plastics right there. A couple right there. Let's see who we got here. David Robinson, and an all-star uniform. Okay. David Robinson with a $1 price tag on it with a Spurs blocked shots leader card, I guess. And that's another one. These are from Upper Deck, I believe. Yeah, Upper Deck company. Yeah, Upper Deck right there. David Robinson there, and this has, you can barely see it, but a $4 price tag there. David Robinson rookie card, I guess. It says rookie there. Nothing, no stats on the back. 7'1". Drafted number one, drafted first round, pick number 1, San Antonio, 1987. Anything else besides cat hair in here? Jesus. What we got up in this end? Dominique. We got some Larry Bird. So these are Star 94 cards. Larry Bird. So this is card 1, 3 card number 1s. Larry Birds. 1, 2, card number 17, Larry Bird. 3 card numbers 33, Larry Bird. This is your uniform number, matching uniform. 2, 51. Geez, that's a big set. Larry Bird. 3, 66. Larry's getting roughed up. 4, 79s. There's, that looks like James Worthy there. 3, Larry Birds with card number 98. And here's a Larry Bird. All-Star Weekend, Miami, February 9th through the 11th, 1990 NBA Hoops. So it's a 91 NBA Hoops. No, it says 1990. Okay. Whatever. I'm not here to argue. There we go. That's Larry Birds. Let's see, chat. Sports cards and things. Yeah, still got. Listen, you got like 6 hours and stuff live stream. So my wife did give me a little rough time about it. I'm only just about to hit hour number 3 on mine. I had to step out for a bit. No problem. I just pulled out this box here. Here's some cards in Jason Kidd draft pick card, 94, first round. Skybox rookie. There's a classic images, Jason Kidd. And here's a Jason Kidd and like a card protector that is like all bent over, destroyed. You got to excavate the card out of here. Let's see what we can do to get the card out without destroying the card. I don't think I have scissors here. Okay, get them out of here. There we go. A nice yellowed card saver, but not what we want. I'm gonna put You know, I don't think it's much of a card. We'll just put it in there for now. So there's some Jason Kids. Just randomly going around. Let's see, where did I get them from? Here? No, that's very Michaels. Where did I get Jason Kids from now? Whatever. Let's put them in. What's in here? What's on this end? What's on this end? How about here's Patrick Ewing. And then we've got Larry Bird. A whole bunch of Birdmans here. And one in a sleeve. Nice. Larry Bird, man. Patrick Ewing. Larry Bird. Bird is the word. Larry Birds. More birds than you shake a stick at. Here's in his Olympic uniform, Team USA. A bird Fleer sticker, look at that. Another bird Fleer stickers. There's birds. Lots of birds in there. See what else we got here from Larry Birds. A lot of these cards as a kid actually still do. Bird and Magic. Magic and Bird. Got a 50-cent price tag on. Look at that. Very nice. Team cards. There's Bird. More birds. It's all birds. Oh, there's Patrick Ewing. There's Patrick Ewing. Patrick. Who's this? Patrick Ewing there. Giving Karl Malone and stuff in the Karl Malone down there. Patrick Ewing. Ewings. Maybe we're done with Larry Bird. I don't know. We're hitting Patrick Ewing now. Different all-star cards from whatever. NBA Hoops. 2 different images. It's a collect the book. There's Patrick Ewing, Magic, David Robinson, and Stockton. There's a gold card. Topps gold card. There's an All-Star Weekend, Minnesota, February 11th, 13th, 1994. There's a Fleer something. Career Achievement Awards, Patrick Ewing. Beam Team cards. Here's Topps #1 draft pick. And some classic wild cards. And there's all stack of Patricks here. There's a cool one. Patrick Ewing. There's a nice one. Let's see who we got here. The Olympic team, I guess, or All Stars. No, Olympic. There's All Stars. There's All Stars. East and West, maybe. I don't know. There's a NBA. This is a Fleer Olympic team. Larry Johnson, Isaiah. I want to say Joe Dumars. That looks like Pippen, Dan Marley, Alonzo Mourning. I don't know who these guys are. And then we've got Birdman and Agent 23. So Bird and Jordan. Jordan, I guess. Jordan's over here. So Patrick Ewing's in the center. There's Jordan going up for a slammaroo. And some Jordans here. How about this? Like a 72, Lenny Wilkins. Got some wax on it. 71, 72. So yeah, 72, 73, Lenny Wilkins. But everyone's here for the Jordan. So here's a Jordan, game one, whatever that means. Secret time, telling secrets, playoffs highlights, Jordan, 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 Michael, it's Michael. That's the back of that card. And then we got Sir Charles Barkley in the house. Charles Barkley. All right, put Sir Charles back. How many more Jordans? Charles. Barkley's. And Barkley got his own star set too. Michaels. Michaels. We need to go. I know where we need to go. There. Good. And flying home for our birds. I'm just looking to see who else is in here. Stockton's. There's a couple of birds there. Dominique. There's a card you don't see that often. How about a Foot Locker limited edition John Havlicek? Foot Locker Slam Fest. Card number 4 of 10, series number 2, 1991. Foot Locker Slam Fest. John Havlicek. Boston Celtics. Boston. Here's a Coca-Cola sponsored North Carolina's finest Tar Heels. See the tar on his heel. That's Tar Heels. Billy Cunningham. 1965, but the year is 1989. Collegiate collection. 1989. He played a long time. North Carolina. Sean Kemp. Scott Pippen. Reggie Miller, Hakeem, Penny Hardaway, Chris Mullen, Isaiah. Here's how about a magic sticker? There's a magic sticker for All-Star Game with a dollar price tag on it. Here's another magic sticker, has a dollar price tag on it. Too bad none of these are signed. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Basketball Heroes ones. Magic. We'll make that a 5th one there. Not signed though, unfortunately. Magic. There's Magic. A bunch of Magics. Can you have Bird without Magic? Magic without Bird. That's cool. All of these. Here's some Magic. There you go. Marked it. And there's Magics. Irving Magic Johnson. Here's yelling at someone. There's no GQ. Seen that one before. Ooh, he's got a gold, fancy gold border. Supreme Court. The Fans' Choice, 92-93, NBA Hoops. That's a cool one. Art card, checklist card, team checklist. Okay. That's close to, that is real close to that image right there. Same knee pads. Very cool. Here's against Michael. There's against Michael. If I get a 10 on that and get $100,000 because it's got Michael Jordan on it. Possible. There's a what's called provisions, right? That's what we call them. 6 of 6 cards. That. Chacon. Team USA, Irvin. Team USA. There's there. Bunch of Magics. It's not all baseball here. We do dabble in the other sports. We dabble. We don't dribble. That'd be dribbling in basketball, but we'll dabble. Sure, dabble in. And just got a small stack of Magics here. But we'll put these back. I think we're about done with this box. It's basketball. Baseball's my main go-to. There's no other hard plastics. There's just some in little plastic like this Dikembe Mutombo. Right, this is Fanimation. Silvestri. The Warriors, as they're in gold. Nuggets, 55. There's the back. Looking mean as ever. Chiseled jaw. All that. Ooh, all right. All right, let's see how long we got. All right, oh, no new comments. I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs. That was a long sit down right there. Put this box back. on the lid. Where'd you go, Mr. Lid? Found it. The whole box has a $30 price tag on it. I don't think so. Oh. Let's see. Here's 92 factory set. Get some gold cards. Looking at gold cards. Sets in. All right, so here's the last one we'll look at. Then we're going to shut it down because we're over 3 hours. Whew, over 3 hours. And I've gone way more than that before. So this said 92 tops, but it's got a little sticky note here. What's it say? It says, Boom Slang, congrats. So I must have won this from someone, right? I must have won this from someone. Don't know whose handwriting that is. But there it is. I don't know if it's Donald Blundell or what. I don't know. Good question. But here's these gold cards were sitting on the top. So it's a complete set. None the worse for wear, I guess. Maybe it's not complete. It's a little loose, but you have to have room for these in there. There's always a pack of 10. Well, there's the Sammy Sosa's in there. Wayne Hosey. Sorry. Sosa, Hosey, Tim Cruz, Wally Bachman Turner Overdrive, Jorge Bell, Billy Spears, Kenny Patterson, New Jersey, Mark Guthrie, Darren Fletcher, and Tim Nehring. So those were the gold cards. 10 tops gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Enclosed. So these were the 10 that were enclosed in there. Very nice. Very nice. We just got to spread them out in here again. All right, there we go. That's going to be the last one of this live stream. Thanks, guys, for noticing that there because let you know who it's from, I guess. We'll possibly figure out the handwriting. But that'll be that. And besides, I got to go potty anyway. So, yeah. That'll be that. I still have 6, 9, 12 boxes to go yet. Yeah, 12 little boxes to go through over there. And I skipped over about 40 more. So probably 50 more boxes to go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 46 plus 12, 56, 58. 58 boxes that really need to be gone through yet. So, not a bad day's work. Nope, not a bad day's work. We showed a lot of finds. Talked about a lot of stuff. My history with sports cards in general, starting to where I am today. We are 3 hours and 15 minutes in. Any final comments from anybody? Again, guys, I posted a link. You guys are welcome to join up and join in and show some cards or talk about things. It don't matter. We're all here to share our stories, experiences, and maybe even a little bit of what our future plans are in the hobby. I know things are a little different in the hobby. Like a lot of people are not collecting as much anymore. They're more or less sitting back. Waiting for the Nationals, not such a big thing anymore. I don't think, like, people are still going to go to the National, right? They're still going to go. If not just for the experience. Now, I've done it once. And so that was like a bucket list thing for me. I don't need to go again, ever again. I don't need to go to another National. It would not break my heart if I never went again. Because and this is just not my opinion, but other people have stated this too, is what I see there is a bunch of cards that I can't afford. So why torture yourself? You know what I mean? Some go just for the camaraderie, the get-togethers before and after. Okay, I get it. Hanging out and trade nights and all that. Okay. But, you know, I'm at that point now in my hobby career that I just, if anything, I just want to finish from top basic set from 59 to present, and then possibly working on getting it to, and I'm talking to the thing, and I haven't switched my camera around to face you guys. I should do that, right? I should face you at the end here. So let's do that. Let's switch the camera. There we go. About collecting the Topps base sets, and then possibly getting the master sets. The 62 Topps is going to be a hard one to get, the master set, because of all the different color variations, the tint variations on those. Need any of the recent Topps sets 2019 through present. I've made a bunch of extras. I have from 1977 up through 2025 Topps sets. And I have 73 already. Those are all completed. I'm pretty sure I got 74 and 75 and, you know, 76, whatever. I either have 76 or 77 forward. Doesn't matter. 71, probably not complete. 72 is definitely going to be complete. I'm only missing a few cards for it. And those I have, I just got to find what box they're sitting in. It's more or less the cards from the you know, like 50s and 60s that I'm really not even lacking. Like here, I don't know if I have any of the order boxes. 61. So here, I just happen to have my 1961 binder down here. Normally my older binders are upstairs and the newer ones are down here. But here's my 61 binder, and I've got 61 on oh, I'm showing it to the camera. 61. And I got to move these again. Put you up there. Thank you very much. You got to go back here, and please do not fall like you did before. That would be nice. You don't fall. Thank you not so very much. All right. 61, I know I need a lot, probably. So, you know, already missed 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the first page. 4 out of that page, 5 out of that page. So 61 is, you know, when I go out, I should really learn to focus on one specific gear. But when I go to my go-to guy up in Wind Gap, PA, the indoor flea market, I hit those like the 50s, early 50s Bowmans and stuff, because I know I can just flip them in my store. But then I spent all my money on stuff for my eBay store and not for my PC. I know you guys can't see this because I switched the damn thing again real quick. Camera back. It's the 360. Booyakasha. And there we go. So, you're going back to the binder. There's lots of holes in the 61 set. But, there's a key guy right there, a key player there. That's Killebrew, right? There we go. So, but I don't have the mantle for this year. But there are variations in checklist. So, I try to put master sets together. This is yellow, black, and white. Yellow, black, and white. This is red, black, and white, I guess. I don't know. But I don't like marked checklists. So eventually I'll have to replace that one there. I don't want marks. I don't want creases. Like this guy here is going to need to be replaced because he's got some kind of line right across his face there. It's not a crease, but it's like a cut or something from a machine maybe at the factory, because it's a straight arrow cut. It's not into the card, but it's on the card. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? It's not cutting through the card. It's not cutting in half, but something scratched it there. So that will go bye-bye once I get going on this. Like Eddie, so I need Eddie Matthews card there. This one has something there too. So there's other cards that will need replacing, upgrading, whatever you want to call it. But rarely will you find a creased card in my collection. Willie Mays is missing. So there are some big cards that I still need, but I got the Whitey, you know. So, and they don't have to be perfect cards. You know what I mean? Like I can deal with the soft corners, depending on the age of the card. But if I can get them with sharp corners at a reasonable price, I'm going to get them. And I would just replace them. But there's a lot. I need a lot here. 189A and 189B. So there's a variation that goes along with that one there. Missing Warren Spahn. Missing Bob Gibson. Some manager cards are missing. Is that Rocky Color? No, that's Sal. It's Camilo Pascal. Sorry. Joe Adcock. He's a Hall of Famer. Tony Kubek. Don Drysdale is needed. And some of these cards might be in a different box, you know, like a player box that I need to pull out and stick in the binder. Yaz is missing. The mantle is missing right there. So card number 300, 1961, right? So let's just humor myself here. 1961 Topps. Number 300. In a PSA 4, enter. You're talking $1,000. Here's one for $625 or best offer. I mean, I would take a 4. For me, a 4 is a pretty nice looking grade. As long as it's not creased, it can't be creased. It has to be reasonably centered, can't be totally miscut. So you're talking like, you know, $600 for a mantle. Doable, but you know. And then someone wants this 66 manual. I don't know what it is. I'm 2,500. I'm showing them 66 manual. But anyway, you know, $500 to $1,000 for a 4. Depending on who the seller is. This might be a 5. Doesn't say, but looks like a 5 on the thing. PSA 5, yeah. So, PSA 5, someone wants $1,000 for. You know, $400 maybe, but that's just me. All right. So anyway, that's where we are with that, guys. I need a lot of the mantle cards from 59. If I'm going to build 59 on Ford, I need the 59, the 60, the 61, 62. I think I have a 63. I'm not sure. I might need the 63 too. 64, 65. I know I have. I think I have the 64. I have the 65. I have a 66. I have 67. I have 2 68s and 169. And of course, some of those are some of the like all-star cards and the 2-player cards like Mantle Mays and whoever else. It's like top slugger cards or whatever. Yeah, Mantle way overpriced. Happy to chase other 50s and 60s Hall of Famers. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, for the price of a Mantle, how many other cards could you get? You know, if it wasn't for the Mantle cards in these sets, the sets would be 50% cheaper probably. But Mantle is just the guy that he drives the sport still to this day. He died in what, 1995, and he's still one of the top guys, top goats. Will he ever be replaced by like an Ohtani? Probably not until long after Ohtani's retired. Is that, you know what I mean? Sure, those cards are driving prices now, but if you go to buy an older set, Mantle's the card. So until Ohtani's cards are 50 years old, then Ohtani will be driving those sets, you know, and the Trouts. But Ohtani will surpass Trout as the card for this era of collecting. Ohtani has way too many cards. Listen, if you ever been to a National, 52 Topps Mickey Mantles, there are just way, like every other case has a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle in it. Some of them have multiples. So, someone sold a couple years back like a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle where they literally, just say this is it. They cut out around his shoulders, and then I think they even cut off part of the back, and just that part of the car was missing, and they got like $100,000 for it. So, you know, here's some Japanese TCMA Japanese Fern Law for the Cebu Lions or something like that. Yeah, specifically 1979 Japanese Pro Baseball, and this one's upside down, Yoshito Oda. And it's centered on the back. Nankai Hawks. Nankai Hawks. Whatever. Have some of these. Not a bunch. A few. But anyway, that's enough. We're already gone way past the shutdown time here. Let's see. What's this? He's going to drive the modern market like how Brady, Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan does for other sports. Yeah. Ohtani's the guy. You know, especially if he remains pitching and doing well as a pitcher and hitting. If he stops pitching by his late 30s, and he's already mid 30s now, he's like 35, right? So he got a late start. He will be talked about, and like he is now, in the same breath as like Babe Ruth, but he's nowhere near a Babe Ruth-esque. He's got a long way to go as far as home runs numbers. All right, MVPs. Well, Barry Bonds got 7, so good luck passing Barry Bonds. He has a shot, but time is catching up to him, just like it's catching up to Trout. Time and injuries is Trout's issue now. Ohtani has got to stay healthy and continue to pitch and hit, or he'll just be, footnote again, like a lot of other guys that were really good, but there's someone else that was better. A lot of good guys back in Ty Cobb's era, right? But who they talk about? Ty Cobb, right? A lot of guys, good guys, better guys than Mantle. You got Mays. You've got Aaron, you've got Clemente, right? All around that same time. Early Clemente, Mays and Aaron are about the same time. And yet they both, Mays and Aaron had more home run totals, probably better overall numbers, but Mantle is the guy. I don't know. Boyhood smile, who knows? The blue eyes, I don't know what it is. But he's the guy. Brady's the guy because he's got all those Super Bowls. Imagine if Brady won every one of those Super Bowls and he didn't lose half of them. Oh my God. It would be the end of any competition there. But anyway, I digress. I want to thank everyone for coming by tonight, today, this afternoon, and hanging out, chit-chatting, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. We still have 3 people hanging out. One of them is probably Jeff Airtime, lurking in the background. I will take care. We'll look for you Friday night on your live stream. And yeah, we'll see all you guys later. Peace out, everyone. We'll see you guys. There's no outro video or anything like that. I stopped paying that $40 a month. I did it for years. Nope. Never had more than, like 2 or 3 people in there, my thing anyway. I know I was paying for up to 10 people. Never happened. Shouldn't have done it, right? Don't do it. Anyway, peace out, everyone. We'll see you guys in the next one. We'll see you around the channels. Later.